Hi guys, my name is Ryan. I'm one of the CPR and first aid instructors here at Success, and I'm here just to give you guys a brief kind of overview of CPR and a little refresher on how to do it if, let's say, you don't remember. So, first things first, when you come across a person who's unconscious, what you want to do is check for breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our palm on the forehead and lift the chin up slightly like so. Listen for any breathing while looking at the chest. You do not listen for any more than 5 to 10 seconds. If you listen for more than that, it can delay potentially life-saving first aid. So, once we verify that there is no signs of breathing, we start with compressions. Personally, I put my dominant hand over my left hand. You want to go right on top of the sternum, and then from there, you want to compress 2 inches. I know it's going to sound weird, and God forbid you have to do this on a real person, it's going to feel weird, but you need to go that deep or else you won't do real compressions. So, you want to go all the way down like this, and then after you do 30 of those compressions, you then move in for the breaths. When you do the breaths, you want to make sure that you pinch the nose completely to create a airtight seal, and then you're going to put your mouth on the person's mouth, and then do 2 breaths. Okay? After that, you would then go back to compressions. So now let's say an AED becomes available. An AED is always a priority for care because an AED will actually correct the problem. CPR unfortunately just prolongs the inevitable. It'll keep somebody alive long enough for an AED to get there to correct it. So when using an AED, first thing you do is turn the AED on. It will tell you everything you need to do after that point. But just so you know, turn the AED on, it'll tell you to apply the pads. So first, if you look at the pads, it will have on here exactly where you put it. Now, know if, let's say, this pad's for the upper, right shoulder and this one's for the lower left ribs, if you reverse the 2, it will still work. The whole purpose of an AED is basically to have an electrical charge go through the person's torso, hopefully restarting the heart. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply these pads. One to the upper right, and then one to the lower left. About so. And then all we're going to do is plug this thing in. It will tell you that it's analyzing the heart rhythm, and then it'll tell you how to proceed, whether or not to give a shock, not give a shock, continue CPR, or if nothing's warranted.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Shock advised. Charging. Stay clear of patient.
You just want to make sure that no one's touching the person. 1, when it's analyzing, and 2, also when it's ready to provide that shock.
Shock delivered. Begin CPR.
And then it would prompt you to start going with CPR. Now the beeping noise is actually the rhythm at which you should be doing compressions. So, nice little helpful hint.